Can't see shit. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta put some pants on. Hold on. There we go. The road trip should take about 8 hours. How we doing, Draco? Are you ready? New series will probably start next week. I'd just be Jay chillin' because I have to take care of the house this week. As I have just discovered today. Although the new game is looking really good, I'm holding it. I'm actually kind of a little excited for it, but whatever, we need to have a little bit of patience. The video is probably gonna go out next week or week after that. And whoever discovers the secrets of the ARG first and gives me the code. Oh, hi, Nut. How are you doing? You're a little early. I haven't even booted up everything yet. Well, there he goes. We'll be the one to decide what next game we do. Pending me purchasing it, of course. And then we're gonna have a good time. I'm hoping I can get it done soon, but because I don't have a deadline, I'm gonna take advantage of that and just try and make the fucking video as nice as I can. I ended up cutting it from 21 minutes to 17 minutes. So that's something. What have you been doing, Draco? Oh, Draco! I do believe Miyu has moved and is just getting settled into her new place. But while you're in ads. I am hot and ready. God damn! Ninja. That's not ninjutsu. That's a fucking bomb. There we go. Alright, I think we're good. Everybody ready? Hold on 1 second. The game is having a little bit of trouble, but it's just being a little frustrated. Okay. Alright, Draco. Gonna be really weird. Nemesis might stop by the way. I was talking to him this morning. He might stop by. God, we live in a beautiful location. It's beautiful, but we need light bulbs. And to make light bulbs, we need glowing gems. To make these, we need yellow dye. Now, we do have some emeralds. We get quite a few glowing gems from these, actually. We just need some light bulbs. One glowing gem makes 3 light bulbs. Okay. So, a lot. We need yellow dye, and I know one place to find yellow dye. First, let me check my copious quantities of backpacks and see if I already have some. Huh? Dragon. Like a dragon. To, like, kill the dragon? I could think of a few. That would be awesome. Oh. That's a good question. Bottles? God, I don't know. A white dragon. One of the, like, white dragons from... What is it called? Book. Game of Thrones. I couldn't think of it there for a second. One of the frost dragons from Game of Thrones would be nice. Okay, and then from light bulbs, what can we do? We can do fuckloads with these, actually. Holy shit. They have, like, very cool magic in their breath weapons. I just like. I wouldn't want anything too powerful, because I feel like that would be boring. Glass, huh? we don't have a whole lot to make glass. Looks like we're setting out on another adventure, guys. To get some fucking sand. I think I know where some sand is. If I could have any dragon from any media, probably an astral dragon from the Forgotten Realms. They're pretty cool, and they can do a lot of really, really cool stuff beyond just being a giant, scary monster. I've always wanted to fight one. I've always wanted to fight an astral dragon. That would be so cool. They're such like powerful spellcasters. You know what I mean? Need to find some sand. Need to find some sand. Too bad this whole place is going to be an oil field soon. Is there actually like an oil block? Or like a... There is. There's seed oil. How do I get seed oil? I have to milk it out of pumpkin seeds. I have to milk it. Milk. There it is. There is. I need him. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Ah, you know, today's a good day. I have to do some house sitting, but otherwise, today's a good day. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. It's quiet. Nice and quiet. Oh. There's no sheep. Are the fairies fucking with me? Oh, they have a paralytic breath weapon. Hold on, paralytic breath weapon. Don't some D&D dragons have that? Eh? Is that a oh, it's a turkey. I swear some D&D dragons also have paralytic breath weapons. I'm pretty sure some of the chromatic ones do. I'm pretty sure it's like a. Is it like scarecrow gas, or is it more like a nerve toxin? Propulsion breath. Sleep breath. Paralyzing breath, yeah. The dragon exhales a paralyzing gas in a 60-foot cone. Each creature that area must succeed a DC 20 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for a minute. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. I think that's a big missed opportunity, by the way. I think that is a big missed opportunity. Because, okay, Draco, since we're talking about dragons, and we haven't really talked about, like, D&D dragons all that often, other than specific ones. I gotta ask you, like, as far as, like, the lore goes, I honestly feel like chromatic dragons are just completely unexplored. I feel like you never see them in modules. I feel like they're just kind of there to be like the token good dragons. Because usually if you're fighting a dragon in a module, it's like a white dragon, or it's a green dragon, or it's a black dragon. It's one of the sorry, not the chromatics, I mean the metallics, yeah, the metallics. I even forgot their fucking name, that's how forgettable they are. The metallic dragons. I feel like you never see them in modules very often. And when you do, they're always like a set piece. They're always a set piece. They're never like anything really, really scary or big. And I don't know what it is. It's like I feel like the chromatic dragons have more, almost like more flair. Right? Like more flair to them. That is true. Most of them don't really work too well. Most of them really don't work too well. It is an unfortunate fact that most of the modules do expect the party to, like, not be evil. Road trip we're gonna have the road trip in 8 days. The road trip should take about 8 hours to complete. Should take about 8 hours to complete. I think 2.5 stacks of sand is alright. Yeah. I mean, they are... Numbers-wise, they have like a little bit of an edge. Let's actually compare some of them. Like, numbers-wise, they do have a bit of an edge over the chromatic dragons. Generally, they also have, like, better abilities. They also have just better abilities. But honestly... If you let's compare apples to apples here, shall we? Let's go Big Mama versus Big Mama. All right, let's go Ancient Red Dragon versus Ancient Golden Dragon. Ancient Red Dragons have an armor class of 22, pretty fucking high. 546 hit points on average, goddamn lethal kind of shit. Plus 10, plus 0, plus 9, plus 4, plus 2, plus 6. They have their Frightful Presence, their Fire Breath 2066. Okay. And they have 3 legendary actions and 3 legendary resistances. Let's go to Golden Dragons here. So, Golden Dragons have much of the same. They are amphibious, they have that. Their AC is the same, their hit points are the same. Actually. Huh? An Ancient Golden Dragon has 22 natural armor, 546... The hell? 546... It's almost the same down the board, actually. Their Fire Breath on average actually does less damage. They have their Weakening Breath, which is an incredibly high DC. It's crazy. Their stats are just better. Like, their stats are legitimately just better. Plus 10, plus 2, plus 9, plus 4, plus 3, plus 9. That's just, like, better across the entire board. Their DC is a natural 24. So that shit's pretty crazy. They have Shape Change. Yeah, honestly, Weakening Breath is kind of... There are ways to get around it, because what does it do specifically? I believe it just gives, like... It basically just, like, turns your turn off if you're a marshal, I believe. Yeah, disadvantage on strength-based attack rolls. Strength-based checks. Yeah, unless you're a Dex character. Just another reason why Dexterity in 5th edition is just the better stat. Unless you're a Dex character, your ass... If you fail that save... Like, there are ways to get around it. If you're a Barbarian, you just don't care. Like, you're just, oh, okay. Well, instead of having advantage, I just roll normally. I think they honestly have the weakest of all the unique breath weapons. I don't think so, man. I think it's actually pretty close. Their statistics. The Gold Dragon has slightly better statistics. Like, slightly better statistics. But they actually... Hold on. Are Gold Dragons immune? I'm assuming they're immune to fire damage, like... Assuming they are. Yeah, they're immune to fire. If you apply all the rules, like all the rules for a dragon, and they're not in either of their lairs... The Gold Dragon is not going to win every single time, because do remember, they do get 5th level spells. Right? Like, what's their challenge rating? 24? What's 24 divided by 4? Six. They get 6th level spells. So they get 3 6th level spells, 3 5th level spells, 3 4th, 3 3rd, 3 2nd, and 3 first, as well as 3 cantrips. That's from an optional ruling from Tasha's that I pretty much always give every one of my dragons. So, like... It's okay. Like, what's a Ancient Red Dragon's challenge rating? 24, okay. So I think just because of its stat edge out, they can't do damage with their fire breaths to each other, keep in mind. But just because of like that slight stat edging, because like the Golden Dragon has a natural armor class of fucking what, like sorry, a natural DC of 24, but the Red Dragon has a natural DC of 20, I believe. Yeah, it has a natural DC of 21. So, honestly, it's a close fight. It's not insane to say that a Red Dragon could win if it's just a one-on-one. It's a close fight. It's a close fight. Not necessarily. It's a 24, I believe it's a 24 con save. Not gonna lie. I think the Red Dragon can just pretty much ignore that for the most part. It's on a D6 cooldown. The 24 strength save. Actually, it's a strength save. That actually, maybe. It's got a roll of 14. It's got a roll of 14, but even with that, that doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't really matter too much. Because the Red Dragon can just cast, like... What is it? Not Mental Barrier, it's... not Silvery Barbs. It's, I forget. It's the physical equivalent of Mental Barrier. It's the reaction spell that gives you advantage on physical saves. That one. I forget which one it is. We can just cast that to kinda... He needs to roll a 14. But at the same time, that's not crazy. It honestly comes down to like the rolls of the D6. Although, with 3 6-level spells, you could... Yeah, they're both immune to it. They're both immune to fire damage. With 3 6-level spells... There's a... Because... They both count as wizards, right? So they have access... That's how it works. Dragons, when they get their spells from the optional rules from Tasha's, they count as wizards. They take from the wizard spell list. So, like, there are a lot of spells that can get thrown in here when you add those in, assuming neither of them are in their lair and they both have these conditions. There's a lot that is thrown in there that you can, like, throw in. That's a very good fucking question. Does, like, what is the... I'd say it's a 55-45. Like, the Red Dragon honestly has some major hurdles. Weakening Breath. Like, he can compensate that with his spells, but the DC is really high for him. He needs to roll a 14 or higher. He essentially does have advantage every time he does it. Because it is, like, on a D6 roll, and it's once per turn. It's on a D6 recharge, sorry, and it's once per turn. Ooh, hard to say. Hard to say. Kind of. It's a 3rd level spell, I believe. Kind of. That is a bit of a waste of... If it actually comes down to more just a spellcasting duel. Because, like, you could go... They can both go, like, Hold Monster. Hold Monster is what? Like... Yeah, it's Hold Monster. It's, I believe it's a con save, which both of them actually have. Third level spells are some of the best, though. Not for these guys, actually, now that I think about it. Not for these guys. Neither of them can really stealth against each other. They also have the exact same damage. Funny enough, the Fire Dragon's breath weapon is like... Sorry, the Red Dragon's breath weapon is like fucking loads more lethal, but that legitimately doesn't matter here. A Golden Dragon's breath weapon is for some reason 13d10, while a Red Dragon's breath weapon is 26d6. Insane. 2066 is crazy. It honestly comes down to spells. Like, it comes down to spells. Like, enhanceability. Enhanceability. Which is what I was thinking of. Enhanceability can be good here. Psychic damage, I feel like, would be thrown around quite a fucking bit. Yeah, but at the same time, you don't know when that weakening breath is going to come back online. It can be up to 10, it can be easily 10 turns or more. Like, I had a boss in Nikke who went through something similar where, I think I told you about this, he had a shield ability that recharged on, and a paralyzed ability that recharged on a 1 or a 6. And I rolled 14d6 and got 1 once. And I got no 6s. Like, for them, I think it's even worse. I think it's a 5 or a 6 for them. It's actually a good question. I think it is a 5 or a 6. Yeah, it's a 5 or a 6. It's a coin flip, 5 or a... It's not even a coin flip, it's a 1/3 chance, 5 or a 6. So honestly, I mean, that weakening breath is still an easy pass, though, because you gotta remember, I say it's a 45-55 chance. I say it's almost even. Like, the Golden Dragon has more, like, higher DC, higher saves, but they're so close. Like, it has weakening breath, which technically doesn't even matter that much, because if the Red Dragon fails its weakening breath, it can save its legendary action, legendary resistances, and just, you know, not engage directly. It can use, like, teleport, because they both have the same speed. It can use, like, teleport to disengage if it really fails. Are there any, like... Because the issue is neither of them have good decks. Like, what are some good deck saves that don't do fire damage? Like, what are some good deck spells that don't do fire damage? That's the real question. Like, because both of them would be super vulnerable to that, and they'd obviously try and use that shit against each other. Oh, actually, hold on. I think I found a different save they might be both vulnerable to. +2? +9? Yeah, Draco, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the weakness breath matters at all here. I honestly think it's whoever pops a hold monster on whoever first. Because their saves are essentially the same. And they both have advantage. For the gold dragon, it's literally a 45% chance he'll fail. Assuming he doesn't have advantage, and for the red dragon, it's a 40% chance he'll fail. I honestly feel it just will come down to that. If they both have mental barrier, it might be longer. Like the fight would need to play out. You know what we should do, Draco, one day? We should legitimately do this. What we should do is we should get into a Roll20 and just roleplay out this. Like legitimately go through the fight like this. And be like, okay, who does this, who does that, that kind of thing, you know? Because this is a very close fight. I think the intention was to actually make it a close fight. Light bulbs. There we go. Light bulbs. I tell you who would really lose here. Everyone on the Sword Coast, because if an ancient dragon, if two ancient dragons fought, canonically, that would like literally end like multiple cities. Like that fight would be bad. Great Worms is a completely different story. They're, like, their stat blocks are, like, actually kind of different. Do either of them have resistance to force damage? A Great Golden Worm versus a Great Red Worm is a really weird fight. That is a really weird fight. I need some string for that. Let's go 1 iron nugget. I believe they both do force damage, and I think neither of them are resistant to force damage, so melee attacks actually come down to it there. Nice. The bathroom is done. Let's go. Let's go see what else we can make here. Spotlight, highlight. A lamp. You go in here, take a piss, wash your hands, light bulb is right above you. Looks fucking good. There's some, a spare light bulb or something. Well, actually, we should probably go around and do that eventually. Ah! One of my friends is running those currently. Gotta... Okay, so what do we do here? What do we want? Light bulbs. Light bulbs. You gotta have lamps of all different shades and colors. And fans. Strixhaven. Strixhaven was good. Strixhaven gave us some awesome feats as well. Okay. The fuck? Okay. What about light gem? Can do a few other things with these. Make lamp posts. Classic street lights. I feel like it could have been expanded on, sure, but I still feel like it was pretty good. Okay, let's section out another room. First, a door. We want to do spruce. I still enjoyed it. It could have been expanded upon, but I still enjoyed it. I'm not a whole fan of that whole genre, though. I'm not gonna lie. It is certainly not. Not without absolutely fucking your player's ability to cast spells literally every single combat. I actually had that at one point. I had an all spellcaster party at one point. They were either full spellcasters or multi-class spellcasters. That was fun. God, that looks good. We had our party comp was a wizard, a druid, a bard, a monk that multiclassed into sorcerer. I believe it wasn't sorcerer, no, it was wizard. And an eldritch knight. It was absolutely hell. Absolutely hell. That's kind of the issue. There's no real reason to play a martial class. If you want to be effective, You don't play a martial class. You just play like a wizard. If you want to be a melee character, you play a Songblade. Okay, so let's start sectioning off the rooms here. I'm seeing it in my mind. Can I do some trapdoors, maybe? Do we need to maybe... No, we don't need to decorate this wall anymore. This one might need a little love, but we'll do that later. Well, enough, it was actually a tiefling. It was literally the stereotypical most common D&D pick. That's not a joke. They were a tiefling fighter, which, by Wizards' own account, tieflings and fighters are the most common races and classes. How do I make a desk? Okay, this is a desk, an oak desk. Desk bell. I see. Andesite alloy. How the fuck do I make that? Some andesite and some iron nuggets. And a gold sheet. Oh boy. I hate the fucking create mod. I hate it. No, it was a tiefling fighter. They were I think they were a Zariel tiefling? No, they were original tiefling. They had Hellish Rebuke. They rolled, like, unbelievably well on their stats. They rolled, they had, keep in mind, they were level 15. So their stats, they rolled an 18, a 16, a 16, a 16, a 12, and a 9. And they were level 15 when they made the character. So their stats were like 2 plus 5s, because they were a fighter, right? 2 plus 5s, a plus 4, a plus 0, and a plus 3. They were an Elder's Knife fighter. It was fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. If you have good stats, Eldritch Knight fighter, or alternatively, desk bell. Can I just make this by fucking crushing this with an anvil? Can I just do that? Can I just do that? Where's my iron? I don't want to set up some big press machine. Nope. Fuck. Maybe I was too close. Maybe I picked it up before it could drop. Nope. Fuck. God, that would look so good on the front desk, though. Huh? You don't need no elevators. Alright, how do I make one of these stupid fucking things? I fucking hate the create mod. Ugh. Alright. I wish it would just let me just use a fucking piece of gold. Ugh. Whatever. Andesite casing. Need andesite alloy and some kind of wooden block. Any kind of wooden block will make andesite casing. Okay. And I need a steel sheet. Sorry, a gold sheet. Which I can only make by pressing. Iron block and andesite. God, and then I'll have to make a fucking windmill. I fucking hate the create mod. Fucking hell. Well, Draco, we'll do that later. We will do that later. I don't want to make my blood boil right now. I want to have a good time. The create mod does the opposite. It makes you have a bad time. Ah, an update is available. Have you ever had a party of mostly spellcasters, Draco? Do these connect? Kind of. We actually want something that's more flush with the ground. No? This was a really long game, by the way. This game was, oh god. This game was, like, actually... So... It was a level 1 to 20 game. It was actually ended... It actually ended, like, level 22, to tell you the truth. It was pretty fucking intense. Like... Funnily enough, they actually died to a spellcaster. Honestly... Like, a sorcerer can be your front line, bro. Easily. Your sorcerer can easily be your front line. There are so many ways you can make a fucking frontline sorcerer. I have a backup character in a campaign. I usually make like 1 or 2 of those, because I always expect my characters to die every session. I have a backup character in a campaign that is a sorcerer, and because of how sorcerers work, and because of the things that I took, I have more health at this level than the barbarian does. We have a barbarian who has been actively rolling out his HP. We've had a barbarian who actively rolls out his HP. Well, he's got middling HP rolls, yeah. He's got middling HP rolls. Because I don't do that with that sorcerer. I just take a 4, right? I have more health than him because I'm a dwarf. So that's 1. Plus 1. I have tough, plus 3. I am a stone sorcerer, sorry, a favored soul sorcerer, plus 4. I have plus 5 con, so that's plus 9 to my HP rolls right there. So, yeah. And then I just take 4, I'm level 7. I have more health than he does. What about this? Let's see this. It actually looks good. Like, it is insane, man. It is insane. You don't need a fucking front line at all. If your enemies are all dead, then you do not need to defend yourself in combat. Bot, hold on, let me get it. That actually absolutely sucks. I should not put that there. What do you think, Draco? Right-click with a sheet to change the bed sheets. Huh? Huh? What? What? Should get one of these. Put this right there. So you gotta like scooch way up to like reach the fucking medicine cabinet, cause ugh. God, this place is looking good already. Maybe we should like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. What about those, I believe it's birch? That is not how you spell that. Yeah, birch trap doors right here. We need to go find some birch wood. Need to go find some birch wood. The first time we've slept. Need to go find some birch wood. Anyways, yeah, what do you think, Draco? Maybe do we want like a counter? That actually looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Maybe have it one less block out. Really? What are, like, the key roles to a party? Because, like, obviously there's the stereotypical stuff, like, you know, you gotta have a healer, you gotta have a frontliner with a lot of health, you gotta have a DPS, and, like, you gotta have a stealthy boy. But, quite frankly, I think a sorcerer, like 4 sorcerers, can literally handle every single spot in that entire list. Or 4 wizards. Hmm. Hmm. Damage soaker. Yeah, your DPS. The people who take targets down. Not the most necessary part of the party, but you can have a healer, yeah. Area control expert, yep. That's usually reserved for, like, druids in 5th edition. Druids are really good AoE control experts. Someone who's dedicated to high DPS. I'd say that person is usually ranged, I find. That person usually falls to the, either the monk with their multiple attacks or just the rogue. The rogue with their attacks, their sneak attack. Someone who's just completely dedicated to doing a lot of damage quickly. Wild strawberries. Very nice. What? Hmm? The fuck? Well, that was strange. I don't know why you had ads. It is actually about time for them. 3 minutes every hour. Wish they would not be a horribly greedy company and allow me to actually lower that even more, but whatever. Yeah, honestly, because of how 5th edition, sadly, because of how 5th edition is balanced, I feel like spellcasters can fill, like full spellcasters can fill each of those roles. I think that's true, although I think a spellcaster can fill each of those roles. But I do think it is true. You want a few people that are just pure DPS. You want like 1 or 2 people that are DPS. You want someone who is like pure DPS that is meant to finish off targets, like a monk, right? Monks and rogues fill into that role. You want a tank. You want someone with AoE. You want someone with healing. So there you go. Like, you can do all that. Is that a birch tree I see? I usually find that the people who are like the highest DPS are ranged characters. It is a big ass birch tree! There's a second one. Hope I'm not cutting down anyone's house. I'll take some of the smaller ones instead. I would actually say they fill them better. I would actually say a spellcaster can fill a barbarian's role better than a barbarian can. This one up here is a bit smaller. Does this also work for you? No, you just mine incredibly quickly though. We'll take one of these. Probably gonna shatter our fucking axe, but we'll take the smallest here. The game does not recognize these as trees. Okay, let's go find actual birch trees then. Let's go over them one at a time. First, let's do a damage soak. Barbarians, right? Barbarians, pretty fucking good. Having resistance to BPS is incredible, right? Having resistance to BPS is an incredible thing. And they can get a lot of health out of that. However, quite frankly, let's limit each character to one class, so no one's multi-classing. A Fae, just like a dwarf character with the tough feat as a warlock can fulfill, for specifically a Fae touched or a Archfey warlock, can fulfill that role pretty damn good. In fact, he has so much health regeneration that he's probably actually better than the barbarian, even though he doesn't have like resistances. He doesn't have resistances, but he doesn't need them. Ouch, 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 ouch. He can do fucking... what is it? Armor of Agathis or something? The one that causes damage in an AoE around you to kind of threaten enemies that get close to him. At the same time, he's probably got more health than a barbarian would if they rolled out their health. If a barbarian rolls their health and doesn't get like 2 12s in a row, he will have more health than them on average. It just if he takes average on his health, which would be on a D8, that's a 5. 5 plus 8 every level. Hold on. Just honk when you get here. My family is so worried about me starving to death, even though they'll be gone for 3. Ah, for fuck's sake, I forgot. Oh, nice. I punched it and it started working. Sure, a barbarian with that same setup can be pretty tanky, but that warlock can do far more as a tank than that barbarian can. Think about it like this. Say that barbarian, you know, he's got that plus 8 as well. Okay, that's pretty good. He has resistance, most likely, so long as the DM doesn't hit him really hard on the first turn, which I often find they don't most of the time. Like, I've seen that happen a couple times where a barbarian gets crit without his rage up, sure, but he's pretty tanky. Let's say he's a giant barbarian, right? So he also can fill in one of the DPS roles if one of the DPSs go down. He's a giant barbarian. So, he has on average, if he just takes average, so 7 plus 8, quite a bit of fucking health. That warlock has more effective health. He can have more effective health than that barbarian can. Especially if they have a healer. Assuming it's a full party, that warlock will get more benefit off of a healer than a barbarian will. Because they essentially have the same thing. That warlock has Greenlord's Gift, and that barbarian has resistance. The only difference is that warlock can cast spells. That barbarian can't, and they can have very similar damage as well. Especially if it's a Pact of the Blade. And even if the healer is not nearby or the healer's down, you can just Healing Surge. And you're at full health. Just like that. While the barbarian can do that, he has to roll. And he can get bad. Like, he cannot restore himself to full. He can fail. With that warlock build, you can't. You can't not have that, right? And the thing is, we're assuming, okay, we don't want to expend any resources, so, okay, we don't expend rage. Let's just look at them without expending any resources, right? The same type of build. So we're not using rage. We're not using Healing Surge. The warlock still hasn't beat out, simply because he has cantrips, which are not resources. He has, honestly, technically, so long as the barbarian, depending on what the barbarian is using, he could technically have better armor than the barbarian, a higher AC. It depends on the barbarian's stats at that point. And that warlock is healed so easily and gets his health back so easily that the barbarian can't really keep up. If we're expending resources, the barbarian has rage, obviously very good, resistance to all damage types. He's a giant barbarian, so he does good damage. He'll do good damage, especially for elemental cleaver later on. But that warlock has spells, which can help him tank in a way a barbarian can't. Mental Fortress, which the barbarian obviously is going to struggle with. He has better saving throws than the barbarian because he has reactionary spells. He has higher AC. He has a free charm he can do against the target that doesn't go away, and a invisibility resistance teleport he gets at later levels to get him out of danger when he is hit with something that gets around his tankiness. The barbarian has good critical damage, much better damage than the warlock because of elemental cleaver. Much better damage than the warlock, but worse saving throws and theoretically worse health. Circumstantially worse health. What do you think? If the barbarian wanted to be a better tank, he could take Totem Barbarian and get those resistance to all damage types, but once again, that's circumstantially better health. Give me 1 second. Someone is here. Alright then. Why do you think that, Draco? I wanna know. Like, if you... Obviously, Totem Barbarian's always going to be the best for frontline. Maybe Giant if you need better DPS. But... Ugh. Hearing what I just did with those two builds, right? Why do you think the Barbarian wins out in that situation? What do you appreciate from that Barbarian? There we go. Both of these builds are truly min-maxed for frontlining. I mean, it's a barbarian, a dwarf barbarian with tough, compared to a dwarf warlock with tough. Both of these builds are absolutely min-maxed for frontlining. I mean, let's compare the health. Like, how much health would they have, assuming they don't roll, right? I find most players don't roll anyways. So at 5th level, there would be a... It's actually... Wow, that's actually really, really close. At 5th level, there would be a 10 hit point difference between them. That is true. That is true. Yuan-Ti Pureblood can give you some... It can give you some benefits over that. I don't know. I'd still take Dwarf. Just because you have more proficiencies. But Yuan-Ti Pureblood can... Just magical resistance is really good. Magical resistance is really, really good. I'd still take Dwarf there just for Dwarven training. Because you do get access to... I think it's shields? Or medium armor, sorry. You get access to... not medium armor. It is shields, I believe. For the warlock, that is. But for barbarian, saving throws against spells... Advantage on saving throws against spells. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. I still feel like that wouldn't save you most of the time. Because that is on average a +5, but that's pretty good. Resilience to poison that like doesn't even matter. Like I've never seen that matter. I've seen so few instances of poison damage. It's insane. Totem Barbarian. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. It's kind of difficult for you to fail certain saving throws, and it is... You're resistant to all damage types. Just overall. There's no fucking birch trees anywhere. I'm actually just gonna go down and cross the ocean. Having resistance to all damage types is really, really good. Well, all damage but psychic. You know. Technically, I mean, you know, really... It's an argument of, like, which resources better to use for that circumstance are... But honestly, like, Barbarian Rage is really good. Even still, if you still applied everything backwards onto... If you still wanted to, like... Oh, actually... That kind of does swing it off slightly. You only have, like, 5 more. Oh, and that's actually... Who would be the better tank there? That's actually really hard. Because if you applied that same race to a Warlock, I would still say they're better. If you applied that same race to a Fey Warlock, I would still say they're better. I would say a UNT Totem Barbarian is really good, though. The health would be really close. That Barbarian, so assuming equal health, right? Like we're taking randomness out of it. That Barbarian would get 1 more health every level compared to the Warlock. That's actually a bit of a better. That's a bit of a better race for this. I don't know. I still think Dwarf would still be good. If you put these two down, like, against each other, ooh. If you put a UNT, honestly, that's a hard one. I think the Warlock's got it, just because he can fucking hit that UNT with psychic damage and just kill it quick. It is a very close fight. But I still think that Warlock's got it. If you put these two against each other. That's actually very close. I think, honestly, I think the biggest issue is that charm, to tell you the truth. I think the Barbarian very much can certainly hurt the Warlock. It is, I think it's a bit of an uphill battle as far as, like, tankiness goes. But it's difficult, man. Think of it like this, right? First of all, that Warlock has an instant charm effect that the Barbarian does not, because it's not a spell, does not have advantage against. Right? And it's a charisma save. Right? That's the issue. That is the issue. It is a charisma saving throw. Say you have... Oh, that's actually a really close fight. Like, say they're just both level 5. That's actually a pretty close fight. Yeah, but the Warlock could easily just take, like, psychic damage spells. They have a good few of them. Just, like, psychic damage spells. Also, the Warlock effectively has, like, over... It's not even, like, effectively. The Warlock literally just has, like, over 150 hit points. And potentially more with proper healing. Well, we're not getting into, like, items or anything. Let's actually see. When do they get that charm? I think they get that charm at first. I think they get that charm at first. Yeah, and then Misty Escape. Honestly? Nah, man, I think just because of that charm alone, look at it like this. Because he also gets Sleep and Fairy Fire. All the Warlock has to do is get the Barbarian down, because they're both level 5. Barbarian has 75 hit points. The Warlock has effectively over 100. Like, all that Warlock has to do is get that Barbarian down to 22 health using psychic damage, and he can just cast Sleep. He also just has a teleport. Like a free invisibility teleport when he takes damage for the first time. And then a free Misty Step. Yeah, man. There's no good psychic damage cantrips. But honestly, with that charm and shit, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, he would have to slowly slog the Barbarian down, yes, but he has the ability to do that. And if the Barbarian wastes a turn doing a healing surge, like, that's just another turn the Warlock can potentially do more damage to chip him down to 22. Like, honestly, let me think more about this for a second. They both have their extra attack, assuming they're both melee characters. It's like alright. That's a hard one. But he could force the barbarian to like lose his rage once as well. That's about it. It's not a save for sleep. I believe they just get the ability to cast it. Let me check. Let me check how that feat works. Or is it... I think it's... You can use it as a spell slot after you cast it. Let me check how that works. Because I think they also get it from their subclass. I'm pretty sure. Let me check how that feat works. Yeah, they can get it from that. So it's just, it burns it once. Like it's a one use and then you can continue using spell slots, and it's upcasted because you're a warlock. Right. In that turn, the warlock can... In those turns, sorry, the warlock can easily set up, like, a deadly trap for that barbarian to wake up into. Also, they just crit the barbarian. They automatically crit the barbarian, I believe. Or is that... I think that might be paralyzed. Or is that both unconscious and paralyzed? Also, it comes down to weapon. Like, what weapon are these two using? Like, what weapon are these two using? It's a good question. Like, if the barbarian is using a heavy-hitting weapon, they might stand a bit of a chance. Hold on. Also, what do you mean +5? Wait, what? Yes, but the +5? What do you mean? You don't get a save for sleep. I don't think so. No, you don't get a save. Oh, for the deadly trap, that depends. That honestly depends. That honestly depends. Like, you could, because it's an unconscious person, right? So they would lose their rage, and then you, I believe unconscious is an auto crit, I want to say? I know you have advantage. But or that might just be paralyzed. You're unaware of your surrounding. I think that is just paralyzed. Oh, actually vulnerable to saves. The creature automatically fails all strength and dexterity saving throws. Has advantage on attack. Yeah, and auto crits. He auto fails a lot of those big saves. And keep in mind, the Warlock can do that twice for free, thanks to his subclass and Fey Touched. Where is any, like, birch trees? I've literally crossed the ocean. Would 2 auto crits really do it? I don't know. Honestly, that only depends if they are a fucking if they are a Pact of the Blade. Oh no, actually, bro, no, that isn't even close. No, actually, that isn't even close. That as soon as that threshold gets hit, that barbarian is dead. I just realized that. I just realized that. As soon as that barbarian goes down to that sleep, if he does, that barbarian is dead. Because that warlock... One invocation. So, hold on. He doesn't even need Fey Touched, actually. He has Moonbow, and he has Eldritch Smite, right? As soon as that barbarian goes down, he's hitting him with Moonbow, and that barbarian's not going to live through that. Especially, like, even if... Like, you can chip him down with psychic damage, you have good mobility here. Like, free Misty Step and everything. You have effectively double, a little bit under double his health. But if that barbarian does get down there, it really depends on the rolls at that point. He's fucking dead, because Moonbow will just eat his ass. If he does. If he does. If he goes down, he's probably just dead. And if somehow that warlock still has both of his spell slots and he's just managed on invocations and fucking what is it called? Invocations and cantrips. Sorry, cantrips alone. Nah, he's just dead. You're slamming him with so much damage. It's like a crazy amount. Especially if he's asleep, he doesn't have resistance. Let's do some math here. Let's do some math, shall we? So, third level spell slots. Sleep is 8. I believe it's 5d8. It's 5d8. It's 5d8. It's 5d8. It's a single pool within range. So 5d8 is like an average of like 20 or so. An average of like 20 or so. He might, oh, he has 3 invocations, 2 spell slots, and 6 spells known. That honestly it honestly, like, ugh. That depends on the rolls at that point. He doesn't even need that, he can just take Squire Solemnia for that shit. That depends on the rolls at that point. I actually think this fight is a lot more, like, fair than we think it is. Because say that is a Pact of the Blade Warlock. He has access to Moonbow, and he has access to Eldritch Smite. So he has Greenlord's Gift, Moonbow, Eldritch Smite. He can chip the Barbarian down from a distance pretty easily, because he does have 2 free teleports as a bonus action for the first few turns. He can tank at a distance, and he can do good damage up close. And then if he just casts Sleep on that Barbarian is dead. Like, I don't think there's any way for that Barbarian to survive Moonbow with a 3rd level spell slot, which is also a crit. Not even Moonbow, sorry, Eldritch Smite with a 3rd level spell slot that is also a crit. But at the same time, it depends on the rolls at that point, man. Because that Barbarian has so much time. He can make so many mistakes before he is punished. He can make so many mistakes before he is punished. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. That's another fight where I'm just like, we would actually have to make these characters. We would actually have to make these characters and be like, okay, let's play this out. Let's see how this works. Because this bro has, like, the Barbarian has such good damage reduction, such good spell saves, but at the same time, you have shit like the Warlock has Blink. The Warlock has, like, Blink. And free teleportation. Let's check the damage on that. What is the damage type on that? I'm pretty sure it's not psychic, so I'm pretty sure that Barbarian does stand a pretty good chance of just taking it. Where is it? Greenlord's Gift. Oh my god, that is such like a little finisher you can do, but yeah, honestly, the Barbarian also just has good damage. Assume the Barbarian is doing 2d6 plus 5. Oh, what a lovely sunset, actually. Hold on. Is it F1? Yes. Let us watch the sunset as we have this discussion. Well, the Barbarian's doing 2d6 plus 5. So 4d6 plus 10 if he hits both shots. Every turn. Let's actually roll this out. God. Bro, I'm having a fucking crisis right now. I'm actually having a fucking crisis right now because I don't know which one of these theoretical goobers would win this shit. You want to hear a story? Okay. God. Sorry I got massively sidetracked there, Draco. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Huh, okay. I don't know, Draco. I don't know. Ugh. Well, I've got another question for you, though, Draco. Getting off the theoretical topic of these two. One day, Draco, we should get together and, like, get on, like, a Discord call. And, like, make these characters and, like, make these dragons and get on, like, the Roll20 and just, like, see which one of these wins. Should we use... I'm thinking of using birch here. So birch is it's a really light color, and we need a little bit of light color in here. I'm thinking about using, like, birch trapdoors here. Thinking about using birch trapdoors here. What do you think? Like, as a background to this. Like, right here we have, like, a line of birch trapdoors going all the way to the ceiling. And then over here we have, like, a little area that leads into, like, a little canteen. And then right here, in between the bathroom and the front office, we have, like, a small kitchenette. Yeah, we would hide for both of these, we'd hide our spell lists from each other. We'd hide our spell list. The dragons would be kind of fucking annoying to set up, because they get 3 of each. Keep in mind, they get 3 uses of each level. Sorry, they get 3 uses of each spell, and they have 3 levels of each of those. They have 3 spells of each of those levels. That'd be kind of a bitch to set up. Also, Draco, I'm realizing something. It's a funny combo. No, actually, that's not how that works. That is not how that works. You're not actually supposed to do that. They're not... They had to specifically state this for, like, liches and stuff, because liches have, like, those spells. You're not actually supposed to do that. Most DMs do, right? Like, I'm sure your players wouldn't fucking care. But by the rules, those are not spell slots. Those are free uses of those spells. Like, kind of like, you know, Magic Initiate? You know Magic Initiate? That shit, where it's just a free use of that spell. They do not have spell slots. I find that kind of dumb. I know I personally don't do that. But that is actually how you're supposed to do it. That is actually how you're supposed to do it. So they sadly cannot upcast. It also means they cannot downcast. It actually doesn't. I don't know. I think that's kind of dumb, right? Because like a lich is like significantly less scary if he cannot upcast and downcast his spells. Like right? Like a lich ain't so scary if he can't just take one of his spells to 9th level and fucking put it in your ass. Like, I don't know. They do not have spell slots. They have free uses of spells. You know how, like, innate spellcasting works? It's that. They literally just have... That rule from Tasha's is innate spellcasting. Actually, I think it's from Fizbin's, but whatever. I know, that's... You're... Like, no player is ever gonna fucking care, right? If he's fighting a spellcaster, no player is ever going to be like, actually, you can't do that because it says right here that these are not spells, these are free uses of spells that the boss can do. Like, no player is going to care. He's probably just happy you're not fucking graping his grass hole with, like, a power word kill. He's happy that you're upcasting Fireball to 9th, not, you know, absolutely destroying his sphincter with a power word kill. From the fucking lich that's looking at his fucking nose. No player is gonna care. I know I personally wouldn't. If you were in a campaign and we did this, like you're gonna be the DM soon. If you did that, I would be like, all right, cool. It's just. Because, like, the players have the privilege to do that. It's also the same way with Magic Initiate. Magic Initiate is the exact same way. You cannot upcast the spells you get from Magic Initiate. You're not allowed to, actually. Is that so? Why is that, Draco? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. That math is mathing just perfectly. I know, she is officially fully moved in. Which means we will probably be starting soon, hopefully. FUCK! We're gonna have a lamp on the desk. We're gonna have a lamp on the desk. She got home. She just moved in. Give her a couple days to settle. I'm sure she'll get her schedule down. We're gonna have a lamp on the desk. Fuck it. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Draco. Give me 1 second. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I think that math is mathing just perfectly. Pretty funny. That's pretty funny. As she moved out, she's probably still unpacking. Yeah. I hope she's good for Saturdays, because I'm good for Saturdays. We will see. We will see. I think having her there would be fun. Hmm. Hear you out. I never like it when someone says that. Do I need to be facing this way to get them to work properly? Sure do. I was actually thinking about that. I was thinking about what else we can add. Maybe we can have like a little stairway that goes down here, and there's like a sauna underneath the deck, or like underground, you know? That could be really fucking cool. But how do we like illustrate heat in Minecraft? How do we do that? How do we illustrate heat in Minecraft? Campfires? That could be a good way to do it. Alright, what do you think of our front desk here? Does it look good? It's not finished yet. We still gotta put a lamp. Still gotta put a lamp here. What are these? What is this? So, okay, we need wool. And some... White wool and yellow dye. Okay. What we'll do is we'll fill out the first section, fill out the second section, fill out the third section, then we'll make the basement. And we'll have a little sauna down there. And what we can do is around the back right here, this is what we'll use this space for right here. It'll go down, or maybe we could have like the saunas like a little bump right here where the sauna could be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. A nice bathhouse always gets the gibbles gibbon. What does this look like from in here? Does this look good? Now that the sun is up? Yeah, that looks good! That looks so good. Okay, how do I do this again? I'm dumb. Hold on. Like this, okay. Does it matter? No, it's literally just me being picky. Oh, Draco, we got the PC! I forgot we got this shit. Checking in now. We don't want to do that. We want him to be able to see it, so... Where's a good place for the PC? Like, right here? Yeah, right there. Right there. Right there. Oh, coffee machine in the break room. No. Modern air conditioner. We can go... Slap that right there. I'm gonna come! Do we have one of those? Oh yeah, we do, baby! One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have also arrived. I'm excited to finally start the campaign. My soul feels joy. Just give me a while. It'll take me a while to get to know everybody, but I'm happy to meet them, nonetheless. Some more acquaintances is never a bad thing. We have a fucking cash register. One, two. Makes 2 cash registers. Nice. How should we organize these? Where should these go? Where should these go? Cash register should probably go right here. And then the PC goes probably right here. Does that look good? Computer corner? This corner? Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we got that and we got that. Yeah, come up here after your stay. Yes, I would like to check out. Okay, sir, I see that you bought the Cuck special, so that'll be $120. Thank you. Need some office furniture. Do we have office chairs? We have a director's chair. We don't have an office chair. Hold on, wait. We might. We're just missing it. Hold on. Nope, no office chairs. Damn. Alright, we need some lighting in here, so a lamp will go right here. A lamp's going right here, bro. Right fucking here, man. Right here, man. Is it in one of the backpacks? Aha! One right here. Put this right here. Put this right here. And then put the light bulb right here. And you make a lamp. Now that's cozy. Now that is cozy. Let's see if we have a coffin. Cup of coffee. How do I make a cup? I see. We have a coffin with a skeleton in it. We have a coffee machine. Let's see what all of our chair types are. We have... These long chairs are probably best. Let's honestly see what this gives us. We have desk chairs. We have couches. I think a desk chair is probably best. We'll get to them. And now. The front desk is... Do we want to have like a table back here? No, it's fine. I think the lamp is alright where it is. It gives it more of a cozy feeling. You know how like half of this place is a little bit dark? So it's shaded. I see you got the cuck special, sir. Here, let me just get... yes, throat goat! There we are. There we are. Can we turn this off and on? No. Do you think it needs more light, Draco, or do you think that's perfect? Hard for me to say. Wait a minute. Beat you in the night. I'm trying to get my meat beat. I tell you what, I'm trying to get my meat beat. For some reason, every big man is like Yujiro Hanma. They're always attracted to smaller men. And none of... I'll take it. I will take it. But none of the smaller men are attracted to smaller men. You guys don't understand. When two femboys get together, shit really goes wild, alright? It's like this thing happens where like one of them like literally becomes a woman inside. Like like literally. Alright, that's that done. We want to do the kitchen now. We have this. The kitchen goes right here. So from here... Is there a water fountain? There's a dripping bucket. There's some watermelon. There is no water fountain, I do not believe. Now, What? Shooting starfish. Maybe, do we just have like a sink here? Okay, Draco, we're coming into a problem. We need to cover up this space somehow. This one block right here, we need to cover up somehow. Now, I do believe... I don't think that would actually work. What about vertical slabs? I don't think that'll work because we can't put anything on this block right here. Except a vertical slab might work on the previous block. Let's try both ideas. Oh. Oh. Very nice. We'll use that later. For the bank. And then we can just make a fuckload of these things. I do think, like, a bar where people come up to get their food. Like, the kitchen runs from, you know... Get rid of this. The kitchen runs from this block over, right? So we can make a pretty big kitchen, and then we have, like, a food bar. We have, like, a food bar right here. And then they can open up and be like, yeah, your fucking order's done. Fucking assholes. Yeah. Yeah, let's designate it out. What should the kitchen be made out of? Like, probably these kinds of wooden walls to match everything else. Okay. 1 to 10, Draco. How you feeling about this place thus far? Just imagine how long it's going to take to make that fucking casino. This is our first building, and it has taken us multiple streams. Hello. Huh. Sorry, I do that occasionally when I'm in comfy places. Let's go with a couple more of these, and then what we can do is there just a bar. The barrels. The barrels. The barrels. The barrels. The barrels! The barrels. Can't make it 14 stories, are you crazy? 14 stories, you know how fucking long it'd take to... That's not how you spell that. You know how long it would take me to flesh out every single floor? Also, we'd have to make it... It has to be like... It has to look modern, right? So we'd have to make it out of, like, whitish-looking materials. Or, like, concrete-looking materials. I was gonna make it like Harvey's. How big is the Harvey's casino? It's got 5 floors, all right? Let's put a clock. Oh yeah, the clocks don't work. Put a grandfather clock. Right here. No, that blocks the register. Yeah, sure. Alright, we gotta do. Right here. It's like one of those places, you know, it's really narrow to get to the bathroom. Really narrow to get to the bathroom. Do we just have more countertops, maybe? 3,000 blocks. We'll do 2 trapdoors to get in here. You've seen places like this, Draco, right? Yeah, the bathroom is always kind of close to the entrance to the kitchen. You know, you've seen places like this before. Desk, drawer. Kitchen storage. Drawer. Kitchen storage first. Yeah, I mean, let's try a drawer. Actually, that one works a bit better. It just matches the top wood a little bit more. Bro, this thing actually works. It dings at midday. Oh, you can crouch to reverse them. Okay, and then you can also just make the completely fucking wrong thing because you're a goddamn dumbass, and that's just how it is. I'm gonna have to cover that up as well. Like that. Oh yeah, baby! Let's keep it groovy. And this will just be a wall. What do you... I'm feeling it. I'm fucking feeling it now, Draco. You know what? We're going over. We gotta cover this up. So... Shit. We might have a problem. We might have a little problem, Draco. This technically counts as a block, which means there's already something in there. No, we can place them right there. No, we can't. What about the full slabs? That doesn't look anywhere near as good. Alright. It's only this bottom block right here. If we cut this block, this bottom block, because it's the only one that's going to give us trouble, and instead do just normal birch, kind of looks a little better. It looks like that's a countertop for the cooks. Alright, and we can cover it up a little bit using this. Yeah, that's half a block. That looks better? Kinda looks a little better. Let's try a darker block. Don't mean to be a fashion diva about this, but I really want this to look good. What if we try the counter block? There we go. I've reached Nirvana. There we go. Let's have some of these running through here. I'm actually quite hungry now. Holy shit. I'm gonna make a nice dinner for myself afterwards. Draco. Guess what I have in the freezer, baby? Guess what I have in the freezer, Draco? I got some of that good shit. I have a steak in the freezer, bro. A fucking uncooked sirloin. Just waiting for me to get my grubby hands on it. Okay, I can ignore that gap. I can ignore that gap. It's fine. No, it's fucking not! I'm assassinating this shit! Now die! There we go. Still looks good as well. With the bottom being accented by these. Like, it's like you're looking through a picture frame, you know? Does that look... Does the red clash, Draco? Does the red clash? Does the red clash? Because this is red. And I feel like that works really well here. But over here... maybe not. Not in the dark? Yeah. Probably true. That looks pretty good as well. Also, if we really wanted to, we could just do this. Not quite enough, not quite. I wish these things right here, these shutters, they covered whole blocks. I wish that was an entire block. They do. There are full block variants. Okay. There we go. Just to cover it up if we want to. And you still got a way to look into the kitchen. If you know, now does that look good? Honestly, I think the red there actually kind of brings it out a little bit, because it looks good with that. I honestly, I think I like that. You know what? With those full shutters, we can do magic. Oh, I need to put a block there. Yeah. Hold on, Draco. Sorry to go quiet for so long, but I'm getting somewhere. Draco, were you here for, my 12-hour Elden Ring stream? I don't think I had known you yet. Now that looks pretty good. Ignore the fact that you can just do this. I did a 12-hour Elden Ring stream once and it drove me fucking mad. You know how I get with 12-hour streams. It can either be a hit or it can be a miss. I can go the full 12 hours and feel just fine. Or, alternatively, I can just lose my fucking mind. Or I can just fall the fuck asleep. No, 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 no! What's wrong? That Elden Ring stream was the first 12-hour stream I ever did, right? How naive I was. That... I don't think that was a 12-hour stream, but... yeah. I don't know why, I just get... I kind of get a little bit... loopy when I don't sleep. You know what? We're gonna leave it like that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. And then you have your food. Your food comes here. Your food. You've got food. You got food. Maybe another half slab to make it really difficult to see everything going on. We don't want them to see the secret formula. That looks good. Okay, Draco. Do we want it to be this low? Or one slab higher? Did it look good before or after? Hmm. That looks good. Oh yeah, wine racks, yeah. Yep, we got them. We got them. We do need to fill them with wine. But... we got them. Hold on, I'm locking in. Now that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. What about the rows of light bulbs? Do we have any string? We don't have string. Our first guest! Perfect. I don't think we have string, Draco. I don't think we have string. No. You can also have cobwebs. Only place you can get string is from spiders. Well, first let's finish building. Where do we want these wine racks at? Like maybe... oh, okay, so we gotta have an oven. Maybe two. Holy expensive. A black dye. That's what I was thinking as well. Do we really want a counter that wraps all the way around? I mean, yeah, probably. It is a kitchen after all. So, kitchen sink. There we go. Let's have 2 of those, because this place is serving potentially quite a few people, so we want to have 2 of those. Right there. Do we have a dishwasher? No. Oh my god, we have fucking... I need to get Ellen in my fucking village as quickly as possible. I need to get Ellen in my village. It's raining really hard, by the way, where I am. I need to get Ellen in my village as quickly as possible. Okay, so oven, we need black dye. Oh, let's also put this down as well. We'll put this down on the countertop. Right here. Actually, that would look better. Oh, we need like a light fixture that isn't obstructive. Because you can see them like that, and that doesn't look good. We're a kind of place that gives you a free pot of coffee in the morning. Ooh, a cupcake rack. Cupcake rack. Yeah. This is so fun. Mine offers an entire buffet. Yours has no soul, sir. Yours has no soul. Okay, how do I make black dye? Wither roses or inks? I have to go kill fucking squids! After I'm done with it. This in here. I have to go kill some squids. Preferably a few. Hard to believe I don't have any ink sacs. Hard to believe. Sorry about this, fellas, but a man's gotta have his ovens. There we go. Alright. 5 ink sacks. Make 5 black dye. A sweet shop is also a nice idea. God, this valley is gonna be fucking filled with shit. Oh, a sweatshop. I think that's on the 4th floor of the casino, actually. That's on the 4th floor of the casino, a Chinese-style sweatshop. Well, I do actually want like a cupcake shop as well. Maybe we should add a chimney. Nah, that's too much. It doesn't look good with the composition of the building. We can add a window right above the oven, though. Why would they want me to play it on peaceful mode if I can't even get all this shit? Furnace iron. Oh, that sounds like I have to interact with a create mod. Ugh. Maybe, we'll see. How much iron do I fucking need? I think I have all of it. Yeah, I actually just need cobble. I'm not a fan. I'll see what I can do though, Draco. I'll see what I can do. Oven. Let's make a second one. I just had an idea. I just had an idea. A video would probably help me out. I just don't like creation mods like that. They're not fun to me. But a video would probably help me out quite a bit. The wine rack can go right here. Microwave. Huh? A cookery gem. Do I have any more emeralds? No. Hold on, we actually have done some of these quests now. Oh, jeez. Thank you for the video, Draco. Fuck, bro. I have no idea. Probably birch. Like, some of the nether shit could be good, but we can just go to the nether. Take photos with a camera. Mining faster. Oh, a cooking pot. A sink. Okay. This is looking good. This is looking good. You remember how to make a wine rack? It's this, I believe. Yep. Alright, now let's make some bottles. Wine bottle. Eh? I can't use these on this. Oh. 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 Now hold on! Maybe we just got the wrong kind of wine bottle. Ah, fuck. What can we do the most of? This just requires sugar in a fermenting barrel. Red wine, sugar in a fermenting barrel. Red grape juice? Fuck! Can I not just use this as decoration? Do I have to do this? Are you really gonna force my hand here? Oh. The game! This is the game! Oh my god, this is gonna be fucking awful. I have to brew every single one of those. Which means I need a brewing barrel. Which means I also need crops. Hold on. Maybe you can store it in the other thing. Maybe you can store it in the other thing. Eh? Okay, we'll keep that in mind for later. Well, hold on a second. We don't even know if this will fucking work. We don't even know if it'll fucking work, so hold on. Because that might just be a decorative piece that does nothing. And you can't actually put bottles into it. So here's what we'll do. We will go into creative mode, grab a bottle, and make sure it actually works. If it does, I'll fucking throw away the bottle and I guess I'm making wine. Fuck. Fuck! Guess I'm making wine. At least we know it'll be worth it. The issue is, I'm not even getting anything out of it. I don't need this stuff, it's purely decorative. How do I make cupcakes? I can't? I cannot make cupcakes. I can't make cupcakes. Baking? No, maybe are they bought from somewhere? Cooking collection. Okay, how do you make them, though? Hold on, what about, let's just look up sugar. Surely they have it in it. Can you make the cupcakes, or can you not make the fucking cupcakes? You can't make the fucking cupcakes, can you? You can't make the fucking cupcakes, can you? It's a unique process. Fuck! Okay, what is it? Tell me. Do we have a... No, we don't have vending machines. Okay. Alright. Depression. Okay, well... Shall we, Draco? This has been an amazing stream. We're getting to do the inside of this shit. Depression. Looks like I'm gonna learn how to bake and make fucking wine. Alrighty then. Well, if that be the case. I guess I am now. Fuck it, I'm everything, Draco. Make a fucking grape field in the distance. And learn how to fucking bake some cupcakes. Who's online? Let's go raiding. I'm starving and it's time for me to go. Fuck, man. Fuck, I gotta make cupcakes and wine. I gotta fucking... God damn. Cupcakes and wine. Alright. Is that underscore in the name? Or is that did you fuck up? Huh? Huh? Huh. Okay, in that case, okay. Let's go. Well, that was something. Unfortunately, I can't stick around for this raid. I am fucking starving. I need to go make good food.